1, 2, 3 cards. 3 cards back. One of them will be used. 1, the Tryon stays, perfect. And wash away. 1 mana counterspell. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today a banned full-blown control, not just any control. This is the control, the most greedy ever banned I have made. You are getting infinite value, and that's just the start. You have Mindsplice apparatus to make sure that your plays are absolutely dominating your opponent. We have a lot of cardo with Silver Scrutiny, Memory Deluge, and Broker's Charm cards I really miss. And of course, the legendary Shigeki is also here, because thanks to this infinite loop, you can just go super infinite, and it means that as long as you have mana, and you have infinite mana with Mindsplice apparatus, like you are going so crazy it's not even funny. So the deck is absolutely super hard scaling, because we play 3 wash away. You will see plenty of 1 mana casting of this, so prepare, it will be epic. And you know, when you counter something like 5-6 mana after soul partitioning with 1 mana counterspell, it gets you so ahead, especially with a deck like this, that you can spend this 5 extra mana to draw 3 cards, and it recoups all of the losses and gets you even more ahead. And we have Joint Exploration and Soul Partitions. Those are really important cards. It is basically like a mini Memory Deluge, you know, because you usually hit something relevant with this one. And the ramping means that you can hit the Sunfall and Farewell much faster, you can get extra cards with Shigeki, or just flashback this Memory Deluge faster than usual. It really helps, man. When you exile card, it is not cast from the hand, it's cast from exile, which means you don't need to pay Cliff, you pay 1 mana for this one. And the fact that you get so much time to cast your card drawing spells means that probably if they recast the Soul Partition target, you are getting super ahead, and in the end you just Sunfall or Farewell anyway, so you don't really care what's in the board. With Joint Exploration, you can really keep hitting those lands, so you don't get as much mana screwed as usually, because you basically have 5 additional lands, and Broker's Charm will always nearly hit you a land, so you can keep playing lands over and over. I really like this card, I missed it. So I think if you are into slow meta and you meet a lot of control Atraxa decks, this might be for you. Alright, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, video really helps, and I wonder what you guys think about the deck, so tell me in the comments. And yeah, have fun with banned madness. Alright guys, and just for the stats, because I forgot to mention them, we went 5-6, so 45% win rate exactly. However, before you get scared, I honestly believe that we had like 3 or 4 games when we had absolutely abysmal below average draws, so I don't think that gives deck justice. I'm sure we could win at least like 2-3 games if we had an average draw. But you know, to be fair, we went with this win rate that you probably seen on the screen, so I hope you like it. Have fun, guys. Alright, so our opponent is instantly getting Scroll's Hive. I can kill it, and I probably should. I wish I could get just the card. We can also try to ignore for a long time. Try to draw some lands. I honestly kinda like it. We'll Soul Partition it so he doesn't get the thing. And when he casts it for 4 mana, we Broker's Charm, and I think it will be slowed down so much that it's okay. Yeah, he will definitely play it on the next turn. Man, Memory Deluge is pretty good. Okay, I think I know how to play this game. It will be interesting, I'll tell you that. I'm still super greedy for Memory Deluge, because man, if I can just hit Farewell, all of this does not matter. I mean, he gets the cards, right? He's not going for it, he doesn't want to tap out for 4 mana. There is double white, so there is chance for Emperor. I will play that's different than I wanted. I wanted to go for first Broker's Charm, on this one he plays the Hive, or just Memory Deluge later, but if he wants to threaten the Emperor maybe, I want to have first Emperor. That's pretty important. Big score, sure. Interesting, I didn't expect a big score, but I will take it. And whenever he wants to use it, we can just Soul Partition it, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see, right now, every time he's passive, he loses some stuff. I didn't play land for the turn, right? I really like drawing cards because I need to keep playing those lands, man. And I can still soul partition it, so I can slow him down enough so I can get my stuff. Like, basically, if he wants to have Tokesha's Welcome, he needs to invest full 8 mana, and I invested 2. So you are 6 mana ahead in this exchange, at the cost of the card. But if you can pay 4 mana to get extra card, you basically get 2 mana ahead in the total exchange, you know? Sure. What is the other play? He's not getting cards for a pretty long time, man. That was his whole plan. He wanted to draw those cards. So let's see if that's a counterspell. This can be blue, but he's not playing blue in the main deck, so I assume it's probably not this. And as you can see, Emperor is giving us the edge we wanted, because he can ignore her for like 1-2 turns, but in 3-4 turns total he dies, so he needs to devote one of the turns. So we invested turn 4, and he needs to answer it like at turn 6 with a sweeper or something, like, you know, along those lines, right? 1-2 cards. We can get 2 cards back, like Broker's Charm and Sword. Oh my god, that's so good. And like, will he really pay 5 mana to get Tokesha's Welcome, basically wasting the whole turn? And he's not even guaranteed to draw a card, man. This cannot block, so like, he's in a really bad spot right now. Let's go for Shigeki. I like soul partitions, man. But I like drawing cards even more, I think. Oh boy, he's not having a good time right now. And playing lands every turn with Band is the best experience ever, like, bro. Let's go for True Turn Lethal. It's not like we are killing him with this, but we force him to play a card. I mean, 2 turns, bro. Also, we have Mirex, so we can even deal 8 damage total on the next turn. I think we say go. Man, playing lands with this kind of deck just feels amazing, because you literally have infinite mana sink in this one. Oh, the desperation. I don't care about those mites. We slow them down so much they don't matter. Like, you really need this on turn 2, making tokens to make it, you know, viable. Enjoy? It actually helps us, man. So he needs to remove this or he dies. So this turn needs to be an answer. And it means we have more time. We can even make a Mirex token and keep pressure. Like, Mirex token into Emperor is already 2 damage. He gets the 3rd one from Screll, so he's at 2 man. Which means that if he kills the token, we play Mirex, we make another +1 counter on this, and it's 2 damage, and he dies. At instant speed, basically. Here's the depopulate, sure. I mean, I could play Memory Dirge and try to counter it, winning the game. So let's try it. Just to force a little bit of extra pressure. As you can see, we can hit it. I like Man, I love this card. I miss it so much. We don't have enough mana, but we have pretty good answer. And it's not like he's, you know, winning in the board. And as you can see, Tokesha's Welcome, no time to play it. And I will draw some cards because Hive is not meaningful at all. All I need is just some counterspell lands and I'm winning it super hard. I mean, Shigeki is also pretty good. You know, just doing his thing. Alright, so fun fact, we could play the Sky Turtle, but it's more fun to kill them this way, right? I mean, they are dying to their Hive in 5 turns and they won't get enough attacks to get us to corrupt. So it's not corrupted, so they don't have lifelink, so this literally kills them. This is actually really important for them, it gives them the extra turn. But they still need to deal with, bro, like all of this and also infinite loop. I mean, that's pretty good, man, that's pretty good. So, what do I want? I like Soul Partition. I think I will just go for Shigeki now. I can get 3 cards, man. Oh my god. Do I have land? I mean, I'm going for full power mode. It's not the best play, but it's the play I want to make. And I will. You can do your thing. Enjoy. 3 mana. Going for Emperor. And we can exile whatever we want anyway. The Broker's Charm is super cool here, because we can pump our Samurai, kill the blocker, and basically not lose anything. Oh, he's working so hard for it, and it won't matter. I love it. Land from the top, literally the best draw of the deck. And let's start the fun. Alright. And let's kill the blocker, shall we? Looks better, doesn't it? I could kill the Emperor, but bruh, we ain't doing it. Man, I'm having so much fun with this deck right now. It's probably the most fun deck to play against like control decks, because you literally force them every turn to make bad plays. And I will make him kill himself, alright? That's all I'm gonna say. You are dying, bro, on the next turn to your own hive. And we're hyped for it. Sure. I could kill it. This way he doesn't cycle the card. I could also force a lot of mana. But I don't mind. He probably doesn't have too many cards that live game. I think he will be forced to Emperor his own might just to survive. And that's 6 mana, which means I can Syncopate it and win the game. So we will make a bait. This is tapped creature. It gives him basically 2 turns with the hive. And we are not tapping out, because then he plays Emperor and he leaves. I have to, it's so fun. Enjoy, my friend. I hope you brought some good plays. Oh, that's unfortunate. Enjoy. Oh my god, that was the best kill of the day, man. Oh, I enjoyed it way more than I should. Alright, let's go another. Alright, I guess our opponent is not here. He forgot he's playing Magic. Hopefully he's back. Alright, so, you know, we will give him an additional turn, because I think he might have been disconnected, so let's give him the fair chance at winning the game. Alright, I need to be clear, because it seems to be confusing sometimes. That's why I did it. So he has extra turn, so he can keep up, because like he missed the full turn for no reason. I think he just got disconnected, so you know, it's lame to lose game like this, and I don't think it's huge pleasure to win a game like this, you know? Alright, so what we want to do is go with the Soul Partition. This will be super high investment for him, and then we keep casting Memory Rush and all this stuff and just getting ahead while he tries to recover those cards. Is that sure? That's the question. Shadow, perfect. Normally I could counter it, but they don't care. Oh boy, those are some decent cards. Oh my god, I want all of them. I want literally all of them. So Emperor is amazing against Misery's Shadow and the other thing. I have a counterspell already. The Mindsplice apparatus is cool for later. But I think I really like it. Alright, I'm greedy. I just wanted too much. Yeah, that's what I said. Alright, so we say go. We try to set up Mindsplice apparatus, and then when we start deluging and you know all this stuff, like we'll go absolutely crazy in like 2 turns. So you can see that the deck is perfectly viable without the Mindsplice apparatus. And with 2 in the deck, you generally don't overdraw them, so they never crack your hand, like you know in usual Mindsplice apparatus decks. However, when you play this, suddenly your deck is like on steroids. Bro, are you playing this game or not? Like, you really don't need to launch the client if you don't have time to play it. Alright, I think he's thinking. Cool. That's a card, so I really don't want him to draw a card, but this one time, okay. This one time, because I want to start ramping with the apparatus. Or maybe... And I can just play the Emperor. Oh, there's something. Do you want to pump again? Yeah, do it. Do it. Very nice, and now we kill it. My favorite part of Magic. Alright, anyway. We don't get Mindsplice apparatus, which is something to consider. We'll go like this. I mean, he kinda gets the card anyway later. Or maybe, like, he needs to hit face, right? So if he kills the Emperor, he doesn't get the card, and that's the turn we needed to, you know, go crazy. And maybe I should play it last turn. Edict is unfortunate. But you know what? We'll go with this whole play. I need to set up Mindsplice apparatus. As you can see, I have so much value that it's crazy, but I still need to play it. Sure. Do you want to play into the next Emperor, my friend? The answer is obviously yes. But I will give him the card. You know, I should wait until he makes the decision, but everyone would draw a card, so it's not like, you know, a factor really. I will draw a card. I will play. I really like this motif on the, you know, soundtrack. I don't care about his life, you know? And if we go for geeks, how much is it? 7, so he can activate it. That's interesting. But it will cost him full mana. We cannot prevent it. And I can kill it if I care. I kinda do. And let's see what he does. I will partition shard it. Okay, he didn't go for ability, that's really good. Do I care about this damage? And I want this replayed, not on this turn because I want to wash it away, on top of Memory Deluge. And that will be the game-winning turn. If he plays this, we probably just forward them, right? We get a nice 2-for-1. Or I can just get rid of everything and go for Deluge. I think it's worth it, man. 1 mana counterspell in standard seems like a pretty good deal. There's something. Is that Tenacious Underdog? No, Sleeper. Alright, I guess he will steal Force. Alright, you will get your Sweeper. If you really care so much, you will get your Sweeper, alright. Here, you asked for it. And if you want to play like this, alright, we are prepared. He really went all in on this one. Honestly, Shakedown heavy and 1 Sleeper should be enough. This is really strong card. It also gets rid of our Memory Deluge. So I don't like it. Let's counter it. I think that's a really good investment, especially that we get basically 2 cards for free. So we can refill. Yep, discount. Discount is pretty cool. So he's with 1 card. This is the point when mono black just lacks value, because you are a control deck and they're like a mid-range deck basically. And this is the breaking point when they have nothing and you just start it. Alright. He was thinking about something really hard. Let's start making stuff. I could go for huge Silver Scrutiny, and honestly I will. So 3 mana and 3 from counters. I think that should be enough. We have the Triumph. I do it just to play land. So, I want to summarize. We drew 5 lands and a Sunfall. I'm really happy I had Memory Deluge in the graveyard as well. But I mean, he was severely outvalued. And as you can see, Soul Partitions are fine. Like, if you get time, you still get card advantage very easy. Alright, let's take it. We have Soul Partition. Let's start with this one. We don't have green mana, which is a little bit of a bummer. But what can you do? So it means we cannot joint Exploration with a nice, you know, kicker, which is the big deal. A big deal. You also cannot play Shigeki. We probably wouldn't. Alright, so they play Paragon in the deck. That's basically the only reason to play this land. Unless, you know, you don't have stuff. So we will play this because we cannot hit kicker anyway. And this is okay. Emperor is fine, I think. Alright, good. We play the green mana. I think we keep up the Shigeki and we try to keep ramping and just going super greedy and outvalue them. Anointed Peacekeeper. I mean, I will go for joint exploration. I'm not sure if he will name it, but Okay, we don't need the Emperor. And land is a good draw. And ramping is strong. Especially against, you know, Peacekeeper that basically taxes and that's it. I think it will be the Emperor, right? That's probably the best card. We don't want to soul partition it because then he can replay it later and name different card. Sunfall is not very efficient. He could go for Shigeki, but before we want to use Shigeki, we will absolutely murder the Peacekeeper. So they will have a lot of creatures probably. I think there's definitely a Paragon. Yep, good choice, my friend. They don't have counterplay to the Silver Scrutiny. So even though they named one of the cards, we will have so many cards. I think they are already losing super hard. I think this is their last turn to make anything meaningful, and then we win. Interesting. You will have huge choice, my friend. I will help you with it. And they cannot name, like, yeah, it's either Sunfall or Soul Partition that we will play depending on what they name. If they exile the Sunfall, it's just more expensive for later, but we will have enough cards. And I will Shigeki Silver Scrutiny, so we know that we'll never run out of... Man, this guy doesn't like Emperors, that's for sure. I will play this one so he doesn't know what the new card is. This gives him, you know, way different gameplay. And let's start with the first Sunfall. And solve the first issue. We have enough sweepers in the deck that we can be a bit wasteful. We also have Shigeki, so we can take it back. Here's the Paragon into land. I think we'll Soul Partition. Not really, but because on the next turn... No, he needs to play a land, right? So it's actually a good Soul Partition target. Which gives us the tempo we need to get back into this. Like, we are not out of the game, but we definitely have a rough moment here. And we can play Emperor on Wash Away, and he doesn't know about the Wash Away. Let's see if he goes all in and just tries to cast it. Sure, I love it. That's literally nothing. It's basically wasted 2 mana for no reason. So he cannot cast it anymore. It means that we will get good deal on the next turns. Alright. I honestly think that I will play the cheap Emperor, and he knows that he's so behind, you know, it's not even close. He didn't even know about the card. Alright, we're going first, we have Shigeki, we have Soul Partition, some nice lands, we don't... Man, Triumph on turn 1 is so nice. It just gives you all the things we need. So it's Dimir Toxic. Right? It has to Dimir Toxic. It's really incredibly important that he doesn't get this first trigger. We can go Shigeki, but then he can drown in Ikor, and we are sad. I don't want to be sad. That's actually a really good play on him. Like, it is cheap enough that Soul Partition doesn't slow it down too much, only for 1 turn basically. Alright, there's Hybrid. Really good opening on them. Literally every turn they're pressuring, and I really don't want to give them the first, you know, the poison, because then Proliferate works, but their draw is too strong against what we had, and especially with Drowned in Ikor, threat. And we cannot Emperor it yet, because it went too quickly. Alright, now Proliferate hurts. Alright, they're going for this play. Not super liking it, in all honesty. So we have to play like this. This means also a full tap, of course. So thanks to this, we can play Emperor main phase and get rid of the Hybrid forever, which is pretty good. Still, not sure if that will be good enough. Those 2 first turns were perfect against what we had. I couldn't even ramp with Shigeki and, you know, all this good stuff. Trespasser! Alright, that's something I definitely did not expect. I did not expect this at all. What are the cards? Not really anything. I think we go like this. Simply because then we can use Emperor, and it makes this really awkward. He really needs Drowning Ikor, so let's hope he doesn't have it in the hand already. I think there's high chance he has it. Oh, he has it. So good at magic. Alright, really bad. Really bad for us. So he gets basically everything. Man, his draw is really strong. Yep, Shigeki gone. Some extra damage to the face. So we have to go for Memory Deluge and start from there. And the whole game plan didn't work because he had too many answers specific to what we had. Cool. Some more lands. Absolutely amazing. So I prefer to go into the nighttime, even though it hurts quite a lot. I have one creature? No, alright. I thought I have some creatures. So just one extra damage is okay. It means that we don't have anything in the graveyard, but Memory Deluge is the only thing that matters, and we can replay it on the next turn. So if we play it main phase, to not switch into the nighttime, it's pretty bad. And I mean, I'm more scared about Toxic than damage, honestly. Sure. Also, Bring the Ending won't hit us. I didn't pay attention if I'm corrupted or not, that was some mistake, but fortunately we are not. I mean, yeah, I guess. I wanted some Sunfall, but I guess I'll take this one then. Let's eat some more damage. Bring the Ending will counter Memory Deluge one way or the other, so at least we play at the end step. And if he targets it, and he will... Alright, so you force our hand. Let's see. There's no counter. So definitely a Sunfall, that is one of the things we needed, and probably the Emperor to try to reverse the game a little bit. We didn't hit Mirax or anything. And to be fair, it's hard to kill them with Mirax, because they usually are ahead in this whole, the same game basically. I can Sunfall though. Jace. Their deck is literally all over the place. So this is a meal plan, this is a damage plan, and this is a toxic plan. So in a way they're playing 3 different decks, which is the reason why we are at 3 poison at so late in the game. Alright, so what do we do? I think the first step is to Sunfall, that's definitely something we need. I think the second will be Soul Partition on Jace, and hope they will try to replay it. Because they think it's a good deal, right? Nobody expects a 1 mana hard counterspell, so they can play the land, go for the Jace, we counter, and then we recover quite nicely. Not going for it. Alright, but this is actually also good for us. And they see there's no counterspell, so they're like, maybe I should play the Jace. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. I'm not attacking because, I mean, theoretically I could tap out fully, but you know me, I don't like it. But I guess if I really wanted to be super optimal, there was no reason to not have this, extra mana. I mean, no. I can wash away something else, so I can wash away into wash away, so that was calculated and I'm playing well. That's how I feel, alright? Let's see. They probably want to kill it if they can, because that's really important card. I didn't expect this one, to be honest. I wash away you. A hard counterspell. Now they know what's up. Alright, they have something more. I don't like it one bit. And it's in the hand. Cool. Really annoying. But what can you do, man? What can you do? Fortunately, they have 3 different decks, so it means that each one of them is weaker. So we are changing the gameplay a little bit. Please, I need to kill you as soon as possible. That's my strategy. And counter everything you play. I mean, we can still win this, because Emperor is here. That's a lot of damage over turns. Drown in Ichor. Oh my god, stop. Please, stop. Just be a good person and don't kill my stuff for a moment, please. That's already the second one, so pretty good draw so far for them. They only have 4 of those in the deck. Sometimes they have this Raska thing. Really? The third one as well? Like, bro. That's getting a little bit crazy already for me. Alright, they are getting way above average draw, man. And, I mean, can I get Silver Scrutiny from the top or something? So I can punish them? You know, I consider it as something. No kicker, of course. I mean, this is a card, you know? It's a card. We will make another one because he wants to play Jace.
To me.
And I think we might be doing it, but honestly it's due to him having very not optimal build. I like Jace as a Planeswalker, he's absolutely amazing card, but he doesn't make sense in this deck, to be honest. Alright, those are good cards. Yeah, I like Mirex, but I think I like Shigeki even more. 10 cards, sure. So, 1, 2, 3, and a counterspell. Perfect. Which means I can get rid of the Jace, and he will be for. As you can see, those 4 soul partitions are amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. And with Shigeki, we don't care about card advantage as long as we have, you know, momentum. Let's spam this one. We attack with this one, but this one will recover for the next turn, and that's huge. And if he casts Jace, that's probably a good game, because he will fall to behind on tempo. So let's see if he plays something else. Not checking the graveyard. Now I will be checking the graveyard, so I will take Wash Away. 1, 2, 3 cards. 3 cards back. One of them will be used. 1, 2, 3. Let's check the mana. The Triumph stays. Perfect. And Wash Away. 1 mana counterspell. Pretty good. As you can see, it really helps with Shigeki because it basically drew me 1 extra card. And at this point he's too far behind. Oh boy, man, with such great opening, that's really good. Let's go for the banned mana. Let's get our lands right. And the turn 4 will be really important. Alright, Mirex will be, you know, the fun part for our opponent to see. So I think we don't play those 4 drops, and we just play Mirex and Syncopates. And this really makes Syncopate weaker, so we will use the first counter spell. The second one will probably go to Atraxa, I would guess. Let's see. Mindsplice is... Oh, I should play Mirex. That's my bad, sorry. Alright, so I actually don't mind it right now, because I will have pressure on the board, and I can, like, he can ramp into Atraxa next turn. They usually don't have more than 1, which means that if you counter it, you really, like, cripple their whole deck. I think it's... Oh, this one is better, man. Just simply because it forces him to be killed, and I don't have Silver Scrutiny. So if I had single Silver Scrutiny, I would go for the Mindsplice apparatus, but not in this situation. And now we can apply so much pressure so quickly that he needs to start being aggressive, which means Atraxa, which means a Syncopate. Unfortunately not into Mindsplice apparatus, but oh boy! Oh boy, counter targets per... I mean, that's definitely a thing. But don't you worry, I have a plan. I have a plan. It will be hurtful for me, but it's a plan. I wish I could do something about it. Alright, that's definitely not what I expected, but I like the idea, honestly. We'll go with Mindsplice apparatus now. Oh, I just wasted my idea. Here's the ley line before we get the counter. Man, his draw is really good against what we have. So we can go around this stuff, but at really high price. At really high price. Right, we put the counter. So originally I wanted to play Emperor at the end step and then main phase pay the ward cost, but then I cannot counter the Atraxa, so I didn't super like this plan in the end. And right now we are kinda racing. And now he's in this super weird spot. The Archangel will be a problem. But we get to heal to 5, I believe, right? So right now if he attacks face, Emperor can get him. Very nice. And if he goes for the Emperor, our new Emperor will get him. And we have enough lands to get a reasonable Syncopate. Here she is. Very nice. Hi. We waited for you. And I still can joint exploration, which is pretty cool. Let's go with the kicker cost. Or not. I never wanted a kicker anyway. Alright, that's the official statement. Oh boy, those are good cards. And those are good cards. So how do we solve the Rex? I can play another Samurai, but it won't be enough. But I guess we can take one hit, so it's okay. Let's take both. So we have a counterspell, and we also have an Emperor, and we also have a land. So I mean, that's a lot of options, and I mean, he can die very quickly, man. You know what's funny? If we played Emperor right now, we can make 2-turn lethal, but then he just attacks Emperor, and I think there's nothing we can do. So let's go like this. I can go to Furlough. The Archangel is problematic a little bit, and I still cannot pay the ward, right? Because I need 8 mana total. Yep, that's exactly what we meant. So, it's actually okay. Let's cleave. The cost of 1 life. 1 is okay, it means that I'm literally barely not dead. Man, this music helps, you know? It really does. Do I kill him? I mean, I can. And then I can use the Sky Turtle to bounce the Rex. And then he cannot kill us. It's okay, Sloth. It's okay. Yeah. So okay. I also didn't hit a land, so I cannot pay the word main phase as well. Oh man, this went downhill very quickly. So he's at 3. I can block it in multiple ways. I can just use the Sky Turtle. Yeah, I think that's the play, right? If he plays Atraxa, we will be in some trouble though. I can also try to play Shigeki. I don't have natural green mana. Oh my god. Alright, that's not great. All the Pinelands, so I can use only Emperor, otherwise I die. So it's 4-7. I have to bounce it. That's the only way I can go around it. Alright. I mean, he cannot kill us with the Rex. That's something, right? Do I have something that would save me? Fortunately not, because I didn't pay attention. Alright, please, go away. You crazy dino. With beautiful face. Like, look at this face, you just want to hug it. Some soldier seems to be hugging it. Alright, let's pay the ward. Even though he can very easily replay it. Alright, there's a Sunfall, which means that he wants to play it on the next turn, right? Briefcase for Cardo. Oh boy, this will be harsh. He has so many lethals right now. And we don't have mana for it. Oh my god, that was painful. Maybe I missed something, but maybe tapping could be better, so we have this one additional tap. I didn't think that the pain rounds will get us, to be honest.